Hello Aquarius and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your weekly reading. We have the Queen of Swords, the Six of Swords, beautiful. We have Libra and we have things starting to flow. We have a clear mind, the go ahead, time to move, time to flow, maybe even relocation for some of you. So that's really nice energy coming through for you, Aquarius. This is your weekly check-in. I'm asking what do you need to know now with a clear head, things move for you, which is really nice. And this is for Aquarius Sun, Moon and Rising. So if you know all three of your placements, be sure to check or watch all of them because it gives you a bigger picture of what's going on. And as general reading, Aquarius, just take what feels right and leave the rest. Now, we do have the full moon in Pisces coming up this week on the 20th. So, but, you know, this feels good for you. And we've got all the element of air coming through. Judgment. Okay, so a big announcement or something is being heralded here. There could be a big clear out and then things start moving ahead. Also could be a little bit of conflict around this, the Five of Wands. It could be competitive as well, where you're going or moving into a more competitive arena. But it feels like there could be announcements of people moving, traveling, or it is an energy of just feeling like it's time to move on from some things, you know, clearing up some of the old things from the past might come up, or things that need to be kind of looked at that you thought were done and dusted come up to be cleared. There's a rebirth energy of this Judgment card, which feels really nice. It feels like stepping into a whole new fresh energy, which feels really good. So, yeah, I think that that's actually a really, really positive energy coming through for you there, Aquarius. If there's anything that is feeling kind of stuck, then there's the go-ahead, the green light. These are the cards of the green light coming in, but it does require that work of the Judgment energy of releasing something that's old and of no use anymore. So the Judgment card can sometimes quite literally be clearing stuff out, like clearing a desk out, clearing a house, throwing out some of the old, but it can also be a karmic cleanse as well. But either way, I feel like, yes, it's a perfect time to think about booking a trip or going away, or just allowing things to move more freely, however that appears. So let's pull some more cards for you, Aquarius. The cards are not jumping, but so if this is news coming through, I feel like, you know, for you, it's good news. There may be a part of you that's conflicted about this, or there might be someone else that's feeling conflicted, but seems like pretty good news coming through here. It says, I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. Okay, so it's kind of interesting that we're seeing this around the moon phases. So I think that full moon is really, asking you to release something that is old. Like I said, really release something so that you can, because the thing with the Queen of Swords is that her head is above the clouds now, that those clouds of fear, confusion, doubt, and really got this clear view of this is where I'm going and how I'm going, and off I go. So yeah, choosing love, and it's all inside your mind of what's going on here. If you choose, that is your choice, 100% to choose love over fear. And that's what we're seeing there with the Queen of Swords really rising above that, which is beautiful. So let's see. It says, I have the perfect living space. I see myself living in a wonderful place. It fulfills all my needs and desires. It's in a beautiful location and at a price I can afford. So for a lot of you, this is moving house. Again, the relocation, it could be looking and thinking of that idea and putting it out there and feeling really positive about it as well. So, and again, it could be like a holiday house, going somewhere like that. So, but no matter what happens, the Six of Swords brings in greater peace, a greater energy of something that may have been a mental state of feeling a bit fearful or anxious about something. You finally, you find the clarity and the ability to find the peace in the situation. So you move beyond that, which is good. So let's see what animal spirit energy you're working with this week, Aquarius. A little bit too many in there, to be honest. I'm going to put them back in just one or two. What energy? Oh, wow. We have the Phoenix has come out. Interesting. This is interesting because we've got these energies with the Judgment card. The Phoenix, as you know, is about turning something around. It really is about a huge transformation, but it's alchemical. Something that you thought was done and dusted rises again. And this could be your Kundalini rising. And that's why it's interesting, actually, that we have this sense with the Judgment card, you know, these things that are dead are coming up to be looked at again, and some of them to be cleared out. Perhaps one of these is actually rising into something and turning into something very, very different. So there's a new opportunity, something that you didn't think was going anywhere now is transforming or transmuting, I want to say is the word. It's changing shape, it's changing form. So you're like, oh, this could really actually take off or become something that I wasn't expecting. So yeah, and it's actually very closely related to spirit. So yeah, it feels really nice. This energy feels really good. Let me pull an Ascended Master and see what the Ascended Masters have to say to you. What message for Aquarius is coming in? We have come out of the closet. It's a funny one. I love this one. Yeah, it's kind of saying something has been shut off, you know, or something has been hidden or something has been, because we're getting this image of something that has risen from the ashes. I'm getting like a coffin, like something, we put the lid on something and just went, I'm putting it over there and not having to, I don't want to have to look or deal with that or even see that, or just that's over, I don't want to do that anymore. And there's something that's kind of being opened up again and released. Now, this is not a bad thing. So sometimes when I say things like this, people go, oh, I don't want them to come back, or I don't want this to come back. This is actually something that will surprise you, something that perhaps you just kind of lost interest in, or you just didn't want to develop it, or for whatever reason wasn't the right time. And this is a sense of something is coming out of the darkness and out into the light to be transmuted. So yeah, come out of the closet. It could quite literally be related to sexuality as well for some of you, but doesn't have to necessarily be so. But it does feel like there's something that wants to be cleared up and out as well. So it may be that you've got some thoughts and feelings that you want to share, or something that you want to show people that you've been too scared to. And it's kind of saying it's time it's time for that. This is a time where it will be well received. So interesting energy to come through. Again, too many cards coming in for you, Aquarius. Let's just pull one of these Akashic Tarots, or maybe two by the looks of it. Let's see. I'll put these up on the screen because the light, for whatever reason, doesn't pick these particular cards up. We've got One of Keys, the Architect. Interesting, another housing thing that we've got going on. The Six of Roses, the War of the Roses. So it's like you're building something here. There could be plans. It could quite literally be housing, renovational plans. Again, the whole home thing seems to be important. But the architect is the master builder. It's creative, and it's like, what are you designing and building in your world? And with the War of the Roses, it's kind of saying, pick your side, choose your side of what it is that, or who you want to be, how you're going to present yourself, or what side of the argument are you on, or, are you team green? Are you team blue? It's one of these kind of things. It's like really making some choices that are aligned to you. So it is very much with whatever it is that you're creating and building here, and something is changing shape and changing form. I feel like being assertive about what it is that you want feels really, really important. And again, I'm kind of getting maybe design detail for some of you. Like, I actually want the grey tiles, not the white tiles, unless it could be like little decisions like that. It could be something big like that, but it is very much about, standing your ground, finding what it is that you stand for or what it is that you want, and standing that ground there. So it could also be that you're up against someone that's got very different ideas, and it's because we've got the Five of Wands here, the competition. It could be that you need to kind of really convince or persuade or stick with what it is that you believe in here. So that's also something that's coming through for you, Aquarius. So let's see. Let's pull a charm. We have the beautiful little Cupid or angel praying. Lovely. This is such a beautiful little charm coming through. So, and interestingly, we've got the wings, like the wings of the phoenix. And often, whenever I get wings, it's like something's taking off, or it's your time to really lift up and shine and fly and find that freedom and that exhilaration of just being who you are without caring what anybody else thinks. So yeah, pray if that's something that you like to do, or put it out there. This is also connected to your inner child. There is a sense that your inner child is rising up within you, and to listen to those voices, that spirit, that pure spirit and knowledge, and to really listen to where that's wanting to take you, because this is not the voice of fear, it's the voice of love as well. So yeah, very, very strong messages around sitting in your power and remaining in your strength this week. And that's where you will find things start to flow, and you will find the peace and you'll find the movement. So yeah, interesting. And again, there's a lot of energy around relocation, travel, all of that sort of stuff, and around housing. So that's it, Aquarius. Thanks so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.